Okay, solving equations when you have variables on both sides. When I say both sides, I mean both sides of the equal sign. Okay, now these ones can sometimes feel like they're a big step up, but it's not too bad. We're going to talk about how you deal with this. All right, the big thing that you need to be really careful of here is that you need to make sure that you keep the equal sign in the same place. We talked before about how important that is, but that is a really common mess up when we're looking at these ones. Okay, and our goal here, the first thing that we want to try to do is get all the variables into one spot. We want to combine them all into one place, and then we can just solve it like a normal equation. So let's look at this guy right here. So here's my equal sign. I'm going to draw my line to keep that all in order to make sure I don't cross over. Okay, and now you'll notice that there's a 3x on this side of the equal sign and a 2x on that side. So there's x's in both places, and that's what I mean by saying that we have variables on both sides. So what I want to do is I want to get all of these x's together in the same spot. That's my first step. Okay, so in order to do that, you're usually going to add or subtract to do this. Okay, so you've got two options here. You could subtract this 3x from both sides since it's a positive 3x, or you could subtract the 2x from both sides since it's a positive 2x. It does not matter which way you do it. I am going to subtract the 2x from both sides just because I know that when I do that, 3x minus 2x is going to be a positive number. If I subtracted the 3x from both sides, I know that I would end up with a negative number, and I would just rather have a positive number. But it doesn't matter. You could do it either way. Okay, so that's the first thing I'm going to do. So 3x minus 2x. Remember, you subtract the coefficients, you leave the variable alone. So 3 minus 2 is 1, so that's a 1x. The plus 4, I didn't do anything with. 2x minus 2x, that's 0. That just cancels out. Oh, but I can't forget my equal sign. And then I just have that minus 1, which is now a negative 1. And now you just solve this like a normal equation. Here I've got a multiplication and an addition, so I'm going to subtract the 4 from both sides. So I'm going to have the 1x left here. And remember, you don't have to write the 1 in front of the x, right? 1s are optional numbers when you're writing them as coefficients, so I can just write that as a regular x. These guys cancel out. And then negative 1 minus 4, so 1 fire, 4 more fires, that's 5 fires altogether. And then that's it. That's your answer. If you had brought that 1x down, that's okay. You could still be done. Or you could rewrite it as just a regular x equals negative 5. It's fine. You do not have to divide both sides by the 1. I see people do that sometimes, and if you do that, that's fine, but it doesn't make a difference because there's still going to be an invisible 1 there. All right, great. So there's one example. Let's do another one. So I'm going to draw my line for my equal sign. I have a negative 2x over here, the minus 2x, and then a positive 4x here. So my two options are I could add 2x to both sides to cancel this, or I could subtract 4x to cancel that one. And again, it doesn't matter which one you do. It's just a preference. I'm going to choose to add the 2x. Okay, so over here, I have the 5 that I haven't done anything with. Negative 2x and positive 2x cancel each other out. There's my equal sign. 4x plus 2x is 6x. And then I've got the minus 7 I haven't done anything with. And now we're just going to solve this like a regular equation. My x is over here this time, but no big deal. I have to undo any adding or subtracting first. So I'm going to add the 7 to both sides. 5 plus 7 is 12. Equal sign 6x. And then to get the 6x, or the x by itself, that's 6 times x. So I'm going to divide both sides by 6. 12 divided by 6 is 2. And those 6's cancel. And there's my answer. Okay, and that is it. That is how you solve an equation with variables on both sides. It's almost all the same as what we've done before. It's just this very first step that is going to be a little bit different.